Hey Jess,
Hi Julie.
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm not bad at social media. You know, I get by and, you know, I use the usual things, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook and such like. And because I've been advised to and because I know you tell me it's a good idea, I have started using Google+. And I do use it, but I sort of go in and I wander in, and I've described it as being a bit like wandering around a house that you don't live in. You're not quite sure what's where. I haven't quite got to grips with it. Can you give me any tips to make Google+ a little bit easier for me?
Yep. Google Plus is one of the relatively new kids on the block. It's been around a couple of years, but in the past 6 months it's kind of boomed. So there's more and more people moving over to Google Plus from Facebook and LinkedIn.
Right.
So if you do have a business, it is a really good platform to get started in.
Sure.
Now, a couple of tips. Obviously, I could talk about social media platforms all day. There's hundreds of things to kind of, go into. But I'll cover a couple of the key ones that I think are probably the most important.
Right.
And the first one is optimise your profile page.
What does that mean, Jess?
So what you need to do is similar as Facebook, you can have a personal profile page and you can also set up business pages.
I think I've done that.
Which are essentially the same, but with your personal one, obviously, it's going to be a picture of you, about you, and things like that.
Yeah.
But you both manage them the kind of the same way. So with your profile in there, you need to make sure that first of all, that you've put content in there, that you're not just kind of like a picture with no content. So some of the tips of things to put in your profile is obviously make your biography kind of really keyword rich. So what are the types of things that people are going to be searching for, where they're going to be looking for somebody, that has your skill set?
Coaching, training,
making sure that all those kind of keywords are in there, similar to how you would do your website copy. So making sure that you've got all those keywords in there.
Is it okay just to cut and paste website copy? If I'd have written a good bio, can I use the same one, or would it be better to tweak it?
It would be better to tweak it. Your audience is going to be slightly different, but also you don't want to Google doesn't like copied content. So in terms of search engine optimization, if content is exactly the same on one page as it is another, that's kind of frowned upon in terms of Google. So it's always good to tweak that content.
I honestly can't remember what I've done. I need to go back and have a look.
But also the main aim of that may be that you want people to go from your Google Plus profile to then go to your website. You don't want them to then have to read the exact same message.
I can see that. That's going to be done, isn't it?
So make sure you do tweak those bios on there. So that's, optimising your profile, making sure that you've got great content on there. And another key thing that I see loads and loads of people missing out of is how they can get in touch with you. They've done this great Google Plus bio, but they've not put a link to their website, their Facebook page, their Twitter. So make sure there's a way for them to get in contact with you, your email address, your phone number. So make sure that you've got that on there too. Another one is to set up a vanity URL. Which is basically when you get a Google Plus profile, it will have the first initial bit, which is the Google Plus profile bit, and then a massive long list of numbers. You can actually change that. You can go to a website called gplus.to, as in TO, and in there you can put those numbers in and actually change that. So it could be, you could change it to Julie Cooper, you could change it to your business name, Spring Development, as long as it's available. So that will then mean that you can kind of share that across social media without having a massive long URL for people to type in.
Interesting.
But it also allows you to have brand consistency. So if across your Facebook and your Twitter pages you kind of have that same kind of handle,
that makes sense.
It's always good to kind of replicate that across other channels as well. So that's setting up a vanity URL. The next one is making sure you connect with people. Again, don't just set up a profile and not do anything and expect
sit in a dark room,
expect magic to happen. G Plus has some great groups on there now that you can get involved in, and I do personally find them a lot more user friendly than LinkedIn. So find some industry groups.
LinkedIn has gone down the road, and lots of the groups that look as if they're going to be good are actually just people promoting their blogs or trying to sell you something. And actually real conversation, it's still there in some groups, but not in all of them.
Yeah.
Is Google Plus any better?
It's a lot better. The format's a lot clearer, so it's very easy to identify those groups that are going to be of value and those that aren't. And they are more about conversations as well. So it's look for groups that are either your target audience, so those clients. So you might be looking for a management type group.
Yeah.
I follow kind of social media groups. I also follow consultant and trainer groups because they're one of my ideal clients.
Right.
So have a look at the groups on there, and also follow people. So similar to how you follow people on Twitter, on G+ it's called circles, and you can tailor make your circles. So you could have a group of circles which is your friends, a group which is social media consultants, a group which is lawyers, a group which is wedding florists. Depending on what you do, you can tailor make those groups, and when you post something you can choose to either make it public so everyone can see, or if you want to post something that is just specific to that group of people, you can choose that particular
I think that's
circle.
what I haven't got to grips with really. I need to explore circles.
Circles.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm scared of putting the wrong thing in the wrong group, that it going public, that I didn't want those people to see it. I wanted those people to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another tip, which I've shared in the previous video, is follow people on Google Plus that are doing this similar type of business as you.
Right.
What circles have they got set up?
Yeah.
Who are in those circles?
So can you see the circles that other people belong to?
Yes, you can do. So you can kind of see who's in their circles and what circles they are in.
Right.
So there'd be a couple of the tips that I would share for Google
Right.
Plus.
That's excellent advice. Thank
that's
you.
just 3 very kind of short
so
ones.
I need to go and look at my profile and make sure that it is optimised.
Optimised,
that it's got contact details in it, that I haven't just cut and pasted my profile and I've got no idea whether I have. Jess, I'm going to rush off now and have a look at it and see what I've done. And then need to make more effort to find good circles to join and get some good conversation going.
Yeah.
I look forward to doing that. Thanks ever so much, Jess.
You're welcome.